huts were just a bit expensive. What do you think about that, girls? Shepherd's huts. Hi everyone, welcome back to the farm. Today the weather is terrible and we're getting some muck out of the yard. Well, we've spent a good portion of the day now cleaning out the yards, feeding all the cattle, and I'll just take you up to the top of the field, show you the muck pile for this year. Same field as last year, we put the muck in a different place, a little bit higher up the field, and I think we'll get that big yellow muck spreader in this up. Well, it'll be the start of next year now. You can see I'm in the gator. We've ordered the Kawasaki mule to replace it because we couldn't get a new gator in time, and also the gators are quite expensive, but I think I will miss this gator. But anyway, here's my muck pile. That's what's going on. And I've got a load of bales over there as well I need to get in. That's my muck pile. And yeah, subsoil part of this field earlier on in the year. Only the tram lines. Really funny time of the year now, obviously we're heading towards Christmas. It goes dark so quick. And before long, I think probably tomorrow, we're going to take the stock box off. A couple of deers over there. Deers, getting ready to go and eat our sugar beet probably. Anyway, I stacked these bales here earlier on in the year with the little forklift and the manatee. I'll get told off telehandler. So we'll come and pick those up I think at the end of the week. Another job to go and do. More deers everywhere today. So yeah, I've come down and shut these gates. And then now I'll take you for a farm tour around the stackyard. We've been getting another area ready for the fodder beet, which will be harvested soon. We're finishing up some parsnips we bought in this year, just some stock feed. And then we'll be putting some fodder beet in there, grinding that up through the KW Farm Services auger. Okay, so we're back in the yard. I haven't shown you the yard in a long time. It's getting pretty messy because obviously with the soil cutting up, it's turned into a bit of a bog. So next year we're going to do hopefully a little bit of concreting along there and start to tidy this part of the farm up. If you remember, this used to be an old stackyard and it was in a bit of a mess. We have tried to tidy it up a little bit. I've now got some equipment over here. We fixed the water bowser, put a new seal on it, welded it up, got that all done. Got a recycling area over there for silage throughout my front weight. Cultivator, we'll take that out at the start of next year. And there's my water bowser for when it's dry, obviously in the summertime. Got a new O-ring, all welded up. Hopefully that will be good for watering cattle next year. Storage for wood. Started to buy in a little bit of wood from forest sites, biomass wood, that sort of thing. Run it through the chipper, it's just drying out now. So we've got this field next door. I weed wiped this all last year and it's just really come clean now. Horse people put a couple of nags on there every day. Obviously the stock box, dump trailer, been cutting muck with that today. The bog, which we need to keep off now because it's getting wet. And then this is where we've got some feed stock at the moment. Obviously I've just put some bales out. Keep meaning to get some of those, invest in some of those clamps, like those Lego blocks, you can get those concrete walls. But funds are being allocated for other things at the moment. Pretty much standard, as usual. We've got my straw wool, which we use every year. Very cheap, very effective solution. Of course, concrete walls would be nice. We've got to clean up the rest of these parsnips by the end of the week, and then we're going to get that fodder beet harvested, get that in here, fill that up. It'll probably be 200 tonnes, 250 tonnes if we're lucky of fodder beet, although it does look pretty poor this year. So it might be under 200 tonnes, maybe 160, 70 tonnes of fodder beet, which we'll bring in here with Paul's sugar beet harvester, which will harvest it. Then it'll be transported in here with the Bailey trailer. The muck, which you saw earlier, at the start of next year, we'll spread that. We'll probably use the John Deere because at the moment you just can't seem to get any demos of half decent tractors. So we're fine with that. We're going to keep the John Deere for a long time. That particular one, the 155R. I'd love to get another old tractor to join that one day. And then on another subject, with farm diversification, earlier on last week I went to visit the English Shepherd's Hut company and I went to have a look at those Shepherd's Huts, which I'll talk to you about. As you can probably tell behind me, we've got some soil here. This will all hopefully be landscaped by next year. It'll be nice and level. We've got a lovely view of the lake down here. I'll just have a look from where we parked up. and this will all be nice and tidy, nice view of the lake, great park area. Tidied this all up last year, killed a lot of the weeds. I've started to bring it back to grassland. We've got some ducks on there. Earlier we had some Egyptian geese. We've got the farm geese on there, which are Emden geese. We've got all sorts of different birds. We've got kingfishers on there, marsh harriers, kestrels, birds of prey. It's quite a good nature bird watching area. And it got me thinking about a shepherd's hut. So I went to visit the English Shepherd's Hut Company, had a great time there. They showed me around some amazing shepherd's huts. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you all of them on there because it was at somebody else's farm and you can't film everywhere. So anyway, managed to go there, had a look at them. Really liked them, great quality huts. However, in the end, the price was just too much. So we know someone who's a carpenter basically, and he builds really good quality shepherd's huts, which we can design ourselves and make hopefully unique to the farm. So we're going to hopefully have one made by this carpenter who's a really talented guy, a talented joiner, and then we can put a shepherd's hut on here and people who watch the channel, subscribers, can come down here and rent a shepherd's hut for the weekend or for a couple of days and just enjoy the Olly's Farm experience. We're going to put some sheep on here as well. You've got the Shropshire ewes which come in, which we'll just go and have a look at. We brought those back the other day. So really it's farm diversification, which I'm trying to talk about today. I am really pushing towards the shepherd's hut for next year and a new shed, which I've spoken to you guys about before. And just where we were over the road, there's a lot of concreting to do around the farmyard, certainly around where the hopper is, the Collinson silo. We want to concrete all of that area. We want to concrete where the fodder beet clamp is and that muddy area as well, to give me some more, to give us the ability to drive the Manitou around there without dragging all the muck and all the mud onto the concrete. I do scrape it up every few days with the scraper, but it's just something which takes more time. And I think with farming, you know, going into the future, particularly with this farm, we want to make it more efficient. And it's something I have a conversation with my dad about all the time. Really want to make the place more efficient. Every little detail, every little thing you can do to just save time and save a little bit of fuel, save some money on something. You can put it towards something else, like a shepherd's hut, hopefully, and do some farm diversification. So I'll go and show you the sheep. And if you could please subscribe to the channel, like the channel, give it a thumbs up, because we need to build a new shed for next year. We've got shepherd's huts to build and God knows what else, so it would be hugely appreciated. So here they are, the ewes, which we brought back the other day. We've got some Shropshire ewes, we've got ewe lambs, and we've also got some bigger ewes as well. We have got in total 92 which are on this field, and I've come down to check them this evening. As I said, it is going very dark very early, but it's one of those things. Probably hear the geese going off in the background. So it's been a good day, mainly muck carting. Very monotonous tasks this time of the year. The hedges need doing as well. That's another job which will have to be done at the start of next year now. This was actually a 2-year lay which I'm walking on right here. It's coming into its last season. Sheep, one thing about sheep is they will graze a field up, they will tighten it and get it ready for the next year if you want to grow silage or hay or anything like that. So they're having a wonderful time. It's a great place to winter them, just walking through them really to make sure that nothing's lame and nothing's on its back. Something you do get every problem with livestock now and then, you've got to keep an eye on them all the time. So very chilly, starting to get a bit cold, and it's been very wet on the farm. In the next week we're going to be getting the fodder beet harvested, which I was talking to you about earlier. I'm going to be looking at that other shepherd's hut with a good hut builder. Love the English Shepherd's Hut Company, which I went to look at earlier on in the week. The huts were just a bit expensive. What do you think about that, girls? Shepherd's huts. Yeah, we got a bear. We got one of them agreeing. So yeah, that's what we'll hopefully do. It's just keeping everything going this time of the year with the sheep, with the cattle. And then before long we'll have calving, we'll have lambing, and getting the shed ready already. Back in the machinery shed, clearing out machinery and getting the place ready for lambing. So yeah, we'll put these to bed. Thanks very much for watching today's video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's something different. Do give a thumbs up. We've got to build that shed next year. Keep subscribing, keep liking, tell all your friends, tell your family if you enjoy this sort of content, and get them to watch Olly's Farm. And keep an eye out for some upcoming content later on in the week. Click here to subscribe to the channel, and click here to watch another Olly's Farm video.